I've done the tracing, but don't do like I did. You don't need the face, just the head, the features. Leave the features out, because they just kind of look weird. So we just want to get the silhouette of the image, and this is a front view of my portrait. I before E except after C. And this is step 3. Step 3 is the actual fun part. But you will need, for this, you will need a ballpoint pen is best. It's not necessary. You could use a pencil, but I'm going to use a ballpoint pen because I can really push on the tip. So this is the fun part. I like this part. You will take your image, and I'm just gonna get rid of this excess paper because it will help me to position my image. Maybe I'll do half a page so I can do something on the other half of page. So you might want to tape this down. It's not, again, not necessary, but it might help you to keep it in place. All right, a little bit of tape there. I'm even going to, I didn't put any graphite there. All right, so you're going to go over those lines again that you previously went over very carefully and slowly. Again, the lines that you did with the Sharpie are going to be traced over one more time. This time I'm actually really pressing down on my ballpoint pen, and what will happen is the image will begin to transfer to the white paper because you're actually, sorry, I didn't know I had that down so low. You're actually kind of pressing on the graphite that was placed on those lines on the reverse side. So let's check and see how it's coming out. Wow, I like it. I actually like it just like that. I might go ahead and sort of create my top, bottom, and left and right very carefully. And at this point, just so I don't lose those lines, I really like them. I like the simplicity of it. It's abstract, but it still has its essence of me. Isn't it interesting that just a little bit we can still kind of recognize ourselves in this work? Now the fun part is taking your media, and it can be anything you have. You have a lot, so play with it. Play with it. I'm going to use some colored pencil here. Why not? I'm going to start in the negative. I like to consider the negative space because oftentimes that's an afterthought, and just putting down some shading of that. And, you know, by all means, we don't have to stay with one color. This happens to be the watercolor colored pencil, FYI. You can layer the shading. I bet you didn't think of that, huh? You can layer shading, which is like mixing, and then just by taking a damp watercolor brush, I'm going to start to move that shading pigment around just a little bit. I might just squiggle my line, whatever. Play. Over here, I could use my water-soluble Mr. Sketch. And I could think about, again, how I could use my media and start to play with that. There's so much you can do to finish this off and make it really your own work. I'm going to add a little water to that, see what happens. Not a lot, just a little. I don't want to make it a puddly mess. Sometimes that will spread as it has time to soak into the paper. I have my watercolors here. So what are some things you could do? You could add a poem, song lyrics, words to inspire. You could use affirmation, words of affirm the good things about you, affirmation, words to describe you, hopes, dreams. There's so much you can do to that composition. And once you've got that down, there's so many different things you can do. Several. You can make a series, and we'll talk more about the series. A series, well, I'll tell you right now, a series basically is when an artist kind of uses the same theme repeatedly and explores all the possibilities. So we're going to do that with your image. And maybe you can think of your own ways that you might want to add to it. You could fill your head with shapes and symbols that represent you. Not just words, but actual illustrations. That might be fun. All right, thank you.